good at that. I didn't realize you could do it. Dude.
Welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen.
It's the Milk and Cookies podcast.
This is the Milk and Cookies podcast. What edition? Uh-oh.
Halloween
episode.
Dude,
Okay,
I
guys.
have never, ever celebrated Halloween.
In any capacity?
Nope.
Sorry, I do have to flex a little bit. I do have to flex on the haters a little bit.
We've both been working arms recently.
Yes. But you did today, so you've got that juicy Magoosey pump.
Yeah, it's less like defined, but more like just, you know. I feel very milky.
You look very milky.
I feel like it's...
Even without that. We thought, we are naked under here. I don't know, guys. Guys, I don't know. I think we should cancel this whole episode. I feel too exposed. Just kidding.
You look great.
Let me mention again that the Holy Spirit is with us.
He is.
And when I say the Holy Spirit, I mean a third human, not the actual Holy Spirit.
No.
The
actual human Holy Spirit is also with us.
We'll get to that. And the Holy Spirit... The camera's moving. The Holy Spirit is touching the camera. Okay. Guys, this is your host.
My host.
I am now the guest. The last episode you may have watched, I was the host, and I was being super just like weird and like a jerk.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
You're lovely. But now it's my turn.
No, I'm the guest. I'm going to be super laid back this episode.
Welcome, Isaiah.
Thank you.
Isaiah,
Thank you for having me on the Milk and Cookies podcast. I've always... Dude, I grew up on this podcast. I've always wanted to be a guest on this podcast.
Well, welcome. Dude, I can't wait for that to happen. That would be the best thing. Today, we have 3 topics and potentially a game.
Yes.
Cookie counter. 1.
Cookie counter for me, 1. Bing!
Our 3 topics are Neuralink. And then I have some smaller subtopics, some questions. Is beauty really in the eye of the beholder? The beholder? Mm-hmm. And will I Show Speed take over the world? More to come, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
So to begin,
I
Neuralink.
like these topics.
Neuralink.
Yes. Tell me.
What are your thoughts?
I don't know that much about it. I know what it is vaguely.
Yes. It's another Elon project.
Yeah. See, this reminds, like, we had a conversation about AI the other day.
Yes.
This reminds me of that.
Things I'm interested in.
AI, I've thought a lot about. Neuralink, I know what it is vaguely, but I haven't given it much thought, to be honest.
Yeah. I think it came up for me because I saw Elon talking to Joe Rogan about it and kind of trying to convince him that it was safe. And Joe Rogan is the kind of guy who's, like, not sure about it. Mm-hmm. Which I appreciate. And I think that's kind of my thing. So, from what I understand, the idea is that you would put a chip into your actual brain, which would allow the computer to enhance you in some way.
Yes.
And they've done one human trial. They gave a guy who had, whoa, is that 2 in quick succession or 3? The cookie counter is off the charts. You're catching up to me. They gave it to a guy who had severe, like, physical disabilities. He couldn't move. He was in a wheelchair. And he played video games with his brain. He was, like, using his brain to move the mouse around because of the chip that they put in his brain. So it allowed him to, like, move stuff. But I know there are lots of people who are concerned about basically having tech in your head. Yeah. And then what that would mean about the people who are in charge of Neuralink. Could they just turn your brain off? Could they just blow everybody up? Could it be used as a bomb? Is it hackable? Yeah. These are the big questions. And
of course, how could it not be hackable?
Well, exactly. Well, I used to think this about Bitcoin. How is Bitcoin not hackable? But it's not. It's
on the blockchain.
It's blockchain. Yeah. So I wonder if with things like this, there are ways of avoiding hackability. But it is just technology. So in some way or another. But also just from a moral perspective, when does, like, body modification or, like, you know, surgery or, like, you know, everybody agrees with the idea of having, like, a replacement heart or replacement lung or replacement, you know,
you know who doesn't?
This man right here.
The Amish.
Well, that's true. Yeah.
I love the Amish. I want to capture all of them. I'm just kidding.
That's a clip.
No, it's a nothing. You do have a green leaf in your teeth.
In my teeth.
And I wanted to wait until the second episode to tell you.
Thank you.
But it wouldn't be visible to the camera. It's right there.
Right here?
Yep.
For my
You got it. He had a salad because he's such a healthy boy.
I'm in the process of becoming a healthy boy.
He's a healthy boy. Okay, look. Here's something that I find funny about this whole Neuralink situation. Is like we've been hearing about this kind of thing for years.
Yeah.
Now it's becoming more and more
It's happened to
real.
one person. Yeah.
Right. It's always like, we read about in Revelation. We read about the mark of the beast.
Yes, a lot of Christians would make
That connection, right?
but then I would make that.
Oh, wait,
connection.
we established this. You're a Christian. I'm not a Christian. If you don't know, that's the situation. But obviously, I'm taking this. To me, this is just more of a silly thing. To me, it's funny.
Okay.
But I hear a lot of like older people, conservative, younger creationist Christians, that whole sector of the population, they're up in arms about this. I'm sure. I've heard it to some degree.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh no, you're gonna get a microchip in your head, like that's and then or like talking about there's like a thing where you can get like an implanted like card, like a debit card or
you can,
whatever,
like,
into
pay.
your skin so you can pay with your hand, and people are like, these same type of people are up in arms about that, about this being like the mark of the beast. It's the same kind of thing where people are like, oh, you're getting like technology implanted into your brain, and there's all the conspiracy stuff. It's controlled by the devil, the Jewish cabal, that whole deal.
Yep.
It gets into some weird places, but to me, I do find it. I find it funny, that aspect of it, but the actual reality of having a computer implanted into your brain, it's kind of terrifying.
Yeah,
it scares me a little bit.
It's a lot.
I don't know if I'd want it.
I think from the medical standpoint,
Yeah.
for helping people who've never, born blind, suddenly being able to like rewire the brain
Right.
in such a way that allows them to see or hear, or helping people who with severe disabilities to be able to function better.
Yeah.
I think that almost like you've reached a point where you're like anything would help, and so if this helps, great.
Yeah.
But I do think just everybody, like all of us, just being able to be interconnected that intimately, it's a lot.
It would go to some, like, already we all walk around with these things,
Which is it's already.
and
a lot.
this is like the effect that this has on the population as far as depression, suicide rates.
Yeah.
Like the I don't know
Shall I wear this?
how like teenage girls feel about themselves. Not just teenage girls, how I feel about myself.
Yeah.
I will go on here. You know what I see? Sebum.
Dude, the most beautiful man.
And then I look in the mirror and I'm a giant cookie. Like, what the hell?
You could never compete. But one, sebums on all of the roids.
Yeah, and
But people would make you believe that that's normal. I'm looking at you, Dwayne.
I'm looking at you, Mike Israel.
Oh, he's pretty honest about being on drugs.
You talking about people that lie?
Yeah.
I'm looking at you, Liver King.
Oh,
I'm looking at you, who else?
Daniel Pottington.
There are some people.
Can you imagine?
You're on.
Imagine I'm like just lying, and these are my gains.
You're
I'm
blasting
still just like mediocre.
10,000 milliliters test every day,
Just like
and just look like a normal guy.
mid.
Look, we're making the Holy Spirit laugh.
Yes!
That's the goal.
That's the goal today, guys.
Okay.
I'm aware that there's a whole.
Here's
allows
how do we
people to see me.
wait? How do we start talking about? We're talking about Neuralink. Look,
Yes.
this has to do with both things. There's a certain degree. I feel like there's a lot of stories about something along the lines of like, where do you draw the line in regards to playing God, like with your life, like with adding things to your body, with changing your body in certain ways,
But
What?
from a worldly perspective,
Yeah.
from most people's perspective, that phrase doesn't mean anything
Why?
because there is no God, and but like you can play God if there is no God.
I don't believe in God, and it means something to me.
Well, what does it mean to you then?
It means altering the course of nature to a degree that is not good for the universe, or that is to a degree that is like, well, no, it doesn't have to be to any degree. Playing God just means like
But why would that be wrong?
contradicting nature, I think.
Okay, and
Like-
you think that that's wrong?
Like humans were animals. I
Yeah.
don't know if you disagree with that.
Yeah, sure.
Some people,
Mammals.
yeah.
We make milk. I do at least.
There's our milk. Where do you think this milk came from? Why do you think he's got a milk carton on his body? Why do you think you can't see his nipples right now? They're huge. They're huge. Okay.
This is more full than it was before.
Is it?
Yeah.
You went in there and give it a whoosh, 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 one of those. And then you know what I can do is I can... Where do you think these cookies came from?
They're my poop.
No, they're not. They're my babies. Wait, this is so strange, actually. Do I actually look like a... You know how frogs... This is like... I'm like a frog with my tadpoles, but I'm like a cookie with my...
Cucurinos.
Hello there, children. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to.
Exactly. I've just been drinking my own milk.
Oh my god.
You're becoming increasingly naked. Good milk. It was a good batch today. So, okay. So playing God, Neuralink is altering the natural way of things too much in a way that is not good for society.
But there's two in that, like, there's part of me that feels weird, that feels uncomfortable with like extreme modifications to a human being like that. But are you altering nature? I feel like there's this idea that like a city nature? No.
It's super unnatural, yeah.
But why?
Well, we're natural, and we made it. So
yes.
I guess maybe it's...
Is a termite mound part of nature?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. So maybe Neuralink is too then.
What?
This is my point.
This is my point. This is kind of my point. I'm making the opposite points.
Okay.
Because on the one hand, I'm like kind of uncomfortable with it on like a fundamental, as like an animal. I feel like, technology in my brain. But then
we're
as
the
like
only ones that can do it.
I know.
No, you think a frog's gonna stand up and be like, "Let's put chips in our brains"?
I had like a little burp and it was like perfectly the frog noise. That's insane. I was like, because I was like, what noise am I about to make for a frog? And then nature did it for me.
Had its way. Perfect.
Nature had its way with me. Okay, look. Yeah, I agree with you. Like again, on a fundamental level or on an intuitive level, I'm like, ugh,
yeah,
chip in your brain.
But
then on a logical level, I'm like, this is it. Actually, if you think about it, it seems like a natural evolution.
Yeah, it's like medicine.
Yeah.
Lots of medicine is completely synthetic. Like it's completely artificial. There's nothing natural about some medicines. Like
Absolutely,
everything's been made in a lab.
Absolutely.
Does that mean that it's not good? It's like no. It's great that we have
There are things that are natural
Paxlovid.
There are things that are natural.
Have you seen that ad with Paxlovid? If it's COVID,
Paxlovid.
Who thought of that?
I'm gonna pack your lovid with
my...
Yeah. Okay. Look. Daniel. Listen.
Isaiah. I feel you.
I touch his toes and he's like, I feel you. I really feel you on that. Do you feel me? Do you feel me?
I feel you.
What the hell are we talking about?
We were still talking about Neuralink.
Yeah. Okay. If you think about it, it actually does seem like a natural progression of human evolution to...
like every sci-fi thing you've ever seen.
Effectively to become cyborgs, to go into space, live on other planets, eventually, like build like a... What's the thing called that goes around a star?
A satellite?
No. Dyson sphere. The Holy Spirit whispered it in my ear. To eventually like build a Dyson sphere around a star to absorb 100% energy from stars.
Yes.
But there's all these things that like... inevitably, if humans don't go extinct, they will do. Like they'll live on other planets.
Infinite levels of creativity, but innovation.
Those things like scare me. Like they scare me on like a cosmic, like existential level.
Can I put a thought in your mind as
Yes.
to why that might be?
Put whatever you want in my mind, Daniel.
I wonder if part of the reason we feel that way is because we've seen the negative impacts of the technology we already have. So when we see the idea, because your first intuition, your first like example for why Neuralink is not good is because of how bad phones have been for people.
Yeah.
And I think it's the same thing. And I wonder if we've actually, this may be the first time in history where innovation has started to feel, maybe not the first time, that's probably a little
detrimental.
Excessive, but like, yeah, it feels like but here's the thing. Okay. It's a tricky argument to make.
What the hell?
But when cars were invented,
Yes.
do you think there was anybody who was really like, this has a negative side effect?
I think there
people
was.
could still be killed by like horses.
I think there was people that were like that.
Okay.
Because I think almost any innovation, there's people like...
But phones inherently are bad. Like there are bad things about it.
Absolutely.
Whereas like cars inherently, other than pollution, which people didn't know at the time was a thing, inherently it was only good for them.
But the pollution is bad, and you know what else is bad is take a look at the city that we're in right now. Can you walk to anywhere in Los Angeles?
No. Now, but when it first came out, it was only an improvement on the lives that people had, I think. And over time, it's become detrimental because we've built our lives around it. Whereas phones, from the very beginning, have been a source of, well, maybe not.
No, I think it's the same thing. It's the
It
same thing.
eventually is used in a way that's bad.
You look at the keynote speech for like the first iPhone. It seemed like everybody's super excited. It seems super
only
cool.
Good. Like, yeah, it's only.
I'm sure inevitably there's gonna be some people who are like, I can see there being potential downsides. But you're like, shut up, Ricky.
Yeah.
And then Ricky turned out to be right. I feel weird because I don't know why I thought of Ricky. I know a Ricky.
Oh, and
who's a friend of mine.
You just done that to him.
But
in front of everyone. Ricky.
I did it because he would do the same to me, frankly.
Anne Frank?
No, not Anne Frank. Wait, Anne Frank, the Nazi situation girl? Oh, God. What happens to a YouTube video when you use the N-word? Not the N-word. No. That was an actual mistake. That wasn't even a joke. Well, the N-word meaning Nazi, not... I shouldn't even say either N-word.
No.
Not that I would say the other one.
Because Anne Frank was a Jew, not a Nazi.
No, I know that.
You said the Nazi situation.
Yes, it was a Nazi situation. Was it not? I think it was their fault, this whole situation.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I think you have to cut this whole freaking segment out. What the hell are we doing?
That's like 3 clips that are going to go viral.
Not 3. Viral on what? Pornhub. Okay.
Okay.
So, okay.
Anne Frank.
Remember when we did that? Okay.
We were speaking on Neuralink for a while.
Yes.
We've completely gone off the rails.
I know. But those are our thoughts on Neuralink. Does that feel...
Neither good nor fully good nor fully bad. I think there are potential health, things that it could help people with, but I think most of the time for us regular human beings, it's going to just be a whole...
I think it'll help some people.
Accentuation.
It scares me on an existential level, but what's the good thing about this is I think we'll both be dead by the time it has that makes any real changes to society. So, not my problem. You know whose problem it is?
Our children.
Yes.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
Good luck, guys. No. Good luck, guys. Good luck, children, with Neuralink. Okay. Yeah. No, Daniel! It's okay. Next topic. Paxlovid.
Paxlovid. I was considering the other day how people often say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Which would indicate that certain things are beautiful to you, which are not beautiful to me.
Okay.
I can agree with that on like a very basic level.
Yeah.
But my question is that 100% true? For example, are there things that are that hold beauty inherently? That everybody you meet, which of course you're always going to have like a sociopath who's like, oh, I don't think sunsets are beautiful. Like I hate everything. But, exactly. But generally, like in normal circumstances, I think that there are some things which everybody would agree, oh, that's beautiful. Like inherently. Like sunsets, like certain animals.
Okay.
Rainbows. Like a lot of natural things. I think we could all be like, that's beautiful. Ryan Reynolds.
Beautiful.
Everyone would agree.
Deadpool.
But I think especially nowadays, everybody talks a lot about how, it's about my own opinion. Like that's very important. And so what I believe to be true might be very different to what you believe to be true. And therefore, we just might disagree on something and be like, oh, well, I don't think Ryan Reynolds is beautiful.
Some people don't. It's okay.
I don't even want to talk about that. But I want to talk about like what level that statement of beauty is in the eye of the beholder is true, and how often you find things that are inherently beautiful. Okay,
that's interesting. Here's the thing for me, to even engage with this conversation, we need to have an idea. We need to have a definition of beauty that we agree on.
Holy Spirit.
Can you pull that up, Holy Spirit? Definition of beauty.
Oh, wait. How are we going to then read it?
He's going to Holy Spirit it to us. Either of us could look it up, but it's just funny to ask the Holy Spirit to do things. It's coming. It's coming. Don't click off the video. No, I know nothing's happening right now. Okay, I have to do something funny while they're looking things up.
You know what the second... Oh, nice. I'll do the second...
I just received a tiny little phone from the Holy Spirit. Look at this. Did you realize the Holy Spirit used such a tiny little red phone?
The second definition I will read. I think it's very funny.
Okay. A beautiful woman.
Oh, great. You read it.
Yeah.
So the first definition...
Oxford Languages.
Oxford Languages. A combination
Nation
of qualities such as shape,
color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight.
And then there's an example.
Number...
Oh.
Say it together. I was struck by her beauty. Definition 2. A beautiful woman. Example. She was considered a great beauty in her youth. It sounds like we're reciting Bible verses. Like, okay.
There we go. So
a combination of qualities such as shape. Let's look mainly at the first one.
Shape.
A combination of qualities that pleases the aesthetic. So this is the thing. I think there is nothing inherently beautiful.
Full stop.
Full stop. Here's why. Let's say we're going off this definition first,
yes.
right? If you want to say like, okay, let's use a different definition in a second.
Sure. But I think this is good.
If we go off this one, that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially the sight. That pleases the aesthetic senses. Whose aesthetic senses? We need to have a conscious being to experience it for something to be beautiful. Like the beauty is on a fundamental level an experience.
Yeah.
Of a being. It's not just a quality that something just has on its own.
You don't think that there are certain things that everybody experiences equally? Like that we all agree is a beautiful or an experience of beauty? I think a sunset is an excellent example. That would be my go-to.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You think there are just genuinely people who would see that and just be like, meh?
I think you'll find people that
don't think it's beautiful, don't think it's that interesting.
Well, here's the thing. Are we taking into account not only people with mental illnesses, who maybe there's a mental illness where you don't find anything beautiful?
Yes, that's a separate.
Is it separate?
I think so.
Or is it all
because it's connected? An anomaly. It's not that's obviously if we're calling it a mental illness.
Okay, but so when you say
natural.
Yeah, no, it's not natural.
Yeah, isn't that if a mental illness is deviation from the norm?
It's deviation from the norm, but some deviation is expected in nature in almost any regard.
Okay, so it's natural. It's just not the norm.
Sure. Okay, but regardless, you're saying, isn't there anything that's beautiful to everybody? When I hear everybody, it means every single person.
So that includes those people.
It includes those people. If you want to say most people, of course, yeah, I think there are things that are beautiful to most people.
But there will always be outliers.
Yeah, but does that mean that it's inherently? But the thing is, what does inherent mean? It means to have a quality in and of itself.
Yeah.
If the definition of beauty is that it's pleasing to the aesthetic senses, the senses of who? Beauty is a what's it called when something is a property, but it's an emergent. Beauty is an emergent property between a conscious being and the experience of something.
Yeah.
It's not an inherent property of an object. If you take a painting,
yeah,
and throw it out into space and then kill everybody. Do that. All of a sudden, that painting's not beautiful anymore because there's nobody to look at it, nobody to experience it. It's just floating out there all by itself. It's like when a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound? Regardless of actually answering that question, the question more so, or in this context, should be if there's a beautiful painting but nobody is around to see it, is it beautiful? According to this definition, it's not.
Because it has to be experienced.
Yeah, beauty is the experience of seeing something that pleases your senses. If nobody's around to have their senses pleased, it's not. There's nothing. Beauty doesn't apply to that situation.
Boom.
So by that definition, it's 100%.
That phrase is true.
Subjective.
Yeah, beauty is really in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah, but now argue with me.
No, I think you've done a really excellent job. It wasn't something that I disagreed with. It was just something I wanted to discuss.
You have to play devil's advocate now.
Well, okay, let's have a think about how this may be.
It's not you. It's the devil.
Oh. I would argue... Well, I think when we talk about people, everybody has built into them something beautiful. But
What does that mean? Wait, that sounded too girly. What does that mean, Daniel?
the problem is, you got stuck.
When you take too long,
you couldn't put it back.
when you take too
Cover
long,
up.
hey, when you take too long to answer something, I have to just
Get
Just,
naked.
I have to entertain the viewers. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo.
You're gonna get more of those DMs.
It's okay. I'm just gonna stop answering them.
Just 'cause you already have been answering.
Yeah.
I think I'd like to think that all things, like all people, have something beautiful in them, but I think you're right. If I'm the only person on Earth, does my beauty matter? Because no one else is there to experience it. So even if there is something beautiful about
You
me
are, but
or
you are there to experience it. You can
Myself.
experience. Yeah. If there's any conscious mind, then beauty
It's
there's the potential for beauty because there are senses to be pleased. You can please your own senses. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
You you could also
I never do it.
from a
I'm Amish.
from a spiritual perspective as well. There is always a conscious being who finds beauty in all of us, and that would be God.
Okay.
And so, even if everything else is destroyed, God lives on. And you could even take that out of a Christian perspective.
No, you can't.
You can. You could look at other religions
I'm gonna take
and
you out of
other spiritual practices and other
Okay.
spiritual perspectives, and speak of, if you want to just talk about God as being this like ever-present
Yeah, but Daniel,
being.
it's the same thing though.
the
That's like
energy
saying
that flows and connects us all, which I would disagree with. I think there's more, form and shape to who God is. But even if there is nobody else, and even if there is nothing else, God is still there.
no,
And he
you
can
no
find
no
beauty
no
in
no
God.
no.
Yes.
Now you're contradicting yourself.
How?
Even if
No, but I'm actually agreeing with you in the sense
know.
that he would be a conscious mind that would be appreciating the beauty.
that's
and
the thing,
That's
okay,
necessary.
let's say that's the case, right?
I can agree with you on that.
Even then, he's still like the beauty is still an emergent property of him being a conscious being that's like experiencing something.
I agreed with you before. You were the one who told me to play devil's advocate. No, I spoke about God.
You're playing God's advocate. I told you to play devil's
Amen.
advocate, not God's advocate. The devil.
I'm sorry.
The devil.
It's deep within me.
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. I have to switch sides. Okay.
No, wait. Let me say something else about that, please.
Oh, you have another
Please,
thought.
please. Let me
You
caress
have
your
another-
calf.
Whoa.
It's just your
He's
calf.
up
No,
in my milk, up in my milk.
no. Guys, I touched his calf.
My milk. My seam. You know, at the bottom of the milk where there's like the 4 seams. Anyway, continue.
He produces milk and he has calves. Do with that information what you will. Is he a cow? I don't know. Okay.
Yes.
Or are you a bull? No, actually, no. You produce milk,
Can't
don't
milk
you?
those.
Wait, what is this stuff? Anyways, okay. I wanted to say one more thing about that. Something just super simple.
You look so vulnerable.
I am so vulnerable right now, emotionally.
It's beautiful. Also, physically.
You're so protected. Look,
I know.
I can't even get to your nipples.
I've got all my cartilage.
Okay, guys, look. What was I gonna say?
I don't know.
Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna say anything else about it.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna do a complete 180.
Yes.
And we're gonna talk a little bit, because we got time,
Yeah.
about I Show Speed.
Ugh.
I'm not really deep into the streaming
Speaking of
world.
God,
I'm not really deep into the streaming world. Many people of my generation are. I think, thank goodness, I managed to avoid some of that because I think it's kind of crazy. Maybe we just talk about streamers in general.
well, what do you have to say about I Show Speed?
Just that he seems to be completely blowing up again.
Oh yeah.
Like, again. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't the first time.
The
But, like, he is, like, with him racing everyone... with him racing everyone, he's, like, suddenly become very popular. But I think we can take a more interesting conversation would be in the value of streaming in and of itself. I think streaming, in the vast majority of situations, is a completely, like, useless profession to have. I think you would be better to work at a McDonald's and give people food.
Yeah.
Or do something, like, very menial. I think you're at least serving people when you do that. And I think this almost could extend a little bit to other things as well.
It could.
But then the problem is, I'm a little conflicted.
Okay.
But I'll say this: I think that streaming, just sitting around, just doing something and recording your life, and then having people watch you, is very much like, it's just a wild thing that we're able to do nowadays, and I don't think it adds very much to society. I think it takes away a lot.
Okay.
And I get there's an entertainment factor, but I think I'm gonna just stick with that opinion for now.
Here's the dealio, guys. This is so uncomfortable. I know it looks silly that I keep messing with it, but like the cookie just keeps pushing up into my chin, and I'm like, okay. Oh no, I'm naked. Oh, you never seen nipples before? I'm sorry, I'm going crazy. I'm on a ton of caffeine right now. Okay.
Okay.
Streamers.
Yeah.
They're entertainment.
They are entertainment.
And
that's
yeah,
the only answer there.
obviously,
But then there's other entertainment that's actually good. And actually good for you. And good for the world.
yeah, there is. But I like that same argument extends to like all kinds of just like fluff and meaningless entertainment. But the thing is, it's like, okay, there's a ton of like TV shows, there's a ton of like streaming content out there, a ton of YouTubers who make like effectively just nothing, right? It's just kind of fluff, it's kind of whatever. But even if that's meaningless, like in the long run, so to speak, I think somebody could still find like comfort and like meaning in that. You know what I mean? Like if I come home after a long day of work, or I'm like doing something that's like really taxing, you know, sitting to watch. I don't actually watch streamers that much.
Me neither.
But sitting down to watch just some nonsense on TV, or just to watch like just something like that, that's like it requires a low brain power.
Yeah.
There is something to be said about the value for that.
Yeah.
It's not totally unvaluable, but there's so much of it that like the content.
The number of people who can live off of that
Yeah.
is crazy.
Content.
But think about how many movie stars there are, and they're not just like, they're just super rich. They're not just like getting paid like regular salaries. They're getting paid.
That's another problem
gajillions
entirely.
of
Yeah.
dollars,
Well,
like-
welcome to capitalism. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Look.
Hey, I'm from a socialist country.
I know.
I'm not really, but
I know. Bolivia?
Yes.
Mas? Guys, we're not going to talk about Evo Morales this episode, okay? That's that's next episode.
Next episode
On the Evo Morales show. We defend him.
we have him on.
He sits right here. You know, we use it.
That was good.
That good?
Yeah.
Was that good? I haven't done that in like 10 years.
That was good.
But what's funny is that these people are like, what the hell are these people talking about?
Look
Like,
up Evo Morales. Bolivia.
he goes, they're going to be like, is that Hook like post Alzheimer's or something?
That's really good though. He was a funny sounding guy.
He was. Okay. Actually, that might be slightly racist because he kind of has like an accent.
Don't say that yourself. You just cancelled yourself. Good job. Go home.
Okay. Look. It's so easy to make like this kind of fluff nonsense content.
Yeah.
That I think there's way too much of it. And I think it's detrimental to people's attention spans. I think it's detrimental to people's like the amount of time that everybody wastes per day, like just scrolling on social media and sitting on your computer or sitting on your TV. Mm-hmm. Obviously, those are downsides. And so I think overall, you know, are you adding much value to society or to the world by like making content that's just kind of like whatever? No, you're not. But also, what the hell are we doing right now? You know what I mean? I don't know.
We're so knowledgeable and wise.
We're so knowledgeable, and we're so like we're enriching your life to such an insane degree. But
look at us in our uniform.
Yes, like you don't tell me that you're looking at the screen right now, and you're thinking that this is meaningless. Like cookies, milk.
How could this ever not be?
Look.
You started crying.
Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about streamers. Like, some of them are able to get to like being ultra successful, but I don't think that's people. I don't think that the top streamers are actually really good at certain things. They're either really good at a certain video game, or they're just like really entertaining and charismatic, charming, all these things that we like. That why also people want to watch them. Mm-hmm. it's really easy for a lot of people to be like, oh, I'm going to become a streamer, and then they just think they're going to go and play video games, and like, but you're not as entertaining as you think you are. Like,
That's true.
Only
Most
like
of
the
the time.
top like 0.01% of people are gonna have any success when it comes to that kind of thing. What is happening?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, Daniel just de-Bluetoothified
I really hope that didn't mess with the audio.
his laptop. Well, then why did you do that?
Because I'm starting with our game.
Okay, good. We're gonna play a game now.
We're going to play a very quick game. We have some time, which is excellent.
Let's play a really slow
But-
game.
I think that's good. I agree. I think there are some streamers who are entertaining and they do provide something, but I do think that there's just too many. And it's just crazy to me how much ads is able to sustain so many people. Just ads.
But it's not that many people, dude.
Really?
Not that many people are able to make a living streaming or making content in general. The vast, vast, vast majority of people that do it, even if they're somewhat successful, that's not their full-time job.
Keep talking.
No. What are you doing? What are
I'm
you doing? Are you just a noise canceling situation? We're about to play a game. I have no idea what the game is. I feel like we should have said it at the beginning to like tease your jonglers a little bit.
No, I wanted you to be surprised.
Okay. Guys, I'm about to be subscribed.
Okay, yeah.
But
I can't hear you.
Good, perfect. He can't hear me at all. We're to play some insane game where like I moan as loud as I can, and if Daniel cannot hear me, then he gets 1 milk unit.
1 milk unit. No. We will take it in turns to come up with a phrase.
Okay.
And it's the classic game. You can't hear me. I thought this would be a good game for over the audio for people to be able to hear you helplessly trying to understand what I'm saying.
The viewers love to see me helpless.
They do. They do. That's why they've been texting you.
Yep.
And maybe hopefully getting the thing right.
Okay. So like I put them on.
Yep.
Then you say a phrase. I have to guess
and
what
you
you're
have
saying.
to try and read my lips.
And we go back and forth. Okay.
And we'll do it. Do you want to set a timer?
What are you doing? Your phone's right there.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
really?
I'll set a timer then.
Oh, you have 1%? What? How does that even happen?
You do it then.
Okay, what for what? How long?
1 minute. No, 30 seconds.
Okay, we're setting a timer for 30 seconds.
How loud is this? Be ready.
No. Wait, okay. 30 seconds or 30 hours? Because I set it to 30 hours first.
Okay, you can see.
Okay. So, okay, now what? Do I start it?
Once I start playing the music.
Okay.
And
Go.
then I need to wait. I need to figure out what I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna start out with something easy, and then we'll get more exciting. Okay.
Go.
You ready?
Yep.
Go. This is gonna be loud.
It's okay. Oh, it's Bring Me the Horizon?
Yeah. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
It's not really. Slightly. That's so loud. I can't hear you.
Okay, I'll try not to speak too loud, but I want to make sure that the viewer can hear. Okay.
What are you talking about? I can't hear you. I'm scared.
Okay. This is the phrase.
Okay.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Right, see? This
I'm scared. I'm dying. Dude, that's such an insane sensory experience because I like my world is like collapsing because I'm listening to the ultra loud like metal music, and
how did you get a 1 hour timer?
what the hell? I promise. I said. Oh no, maybe I said for one. Oh, I said it for 1 hour and 30 seconds.
Oh, funny. Okay, but could you hear? Could you hear me, or could you just read my lips? Was it super obvious?
I can't really hear you.
Yeah.
It's like I can hear this like
Yeah.
I can hear like this the super like wait what am I can hear just like the low end like the way the bottom low end of your voice I can hear it but like with a more complicated phrase I think it would be pretty difficult.
Okay.
But maybe you could try. Let's just try talking like a little bit quieter than that.
Yeah, I think that would be the other thing. And if you speak directly into the microphone, and I'm looking at you, then they'll hear, and I won't. Because that was my worry, is that if I was... Because I'm projecting a little bit. And
Hello everybody, this is Scuba McDukas.
back at it again. We had some technical...
Get out!
Technical difficulties. We're back, and we're going to continue the game. I now have the headphones.
Okay.
I've upped it to a minute because 30 seconds was not long enough to
Okay.
really get through what we need to get through.
Did you open my Twitter?
I responded to one of those DMs
Okay.
from the last episode and said yes.
Okay.
That's all I said.
It's alright.
we will begin. Have you got a phrase in mind? A more complicated phrase?
Yes.
It needs to be something intelligible.
Okay. Wait, what does that mean?
Like something that makes sense. It can't just be like random words thrown together.
It
Like,
can't be Scuba McDukas?
that would be a word I'd never heard before.
I've been saying it.
I know, like a phrase.
Okay, I have them. It's intelligible.
All right.
So now what? You start the timer? You play the money. Okay. Wait for the...
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
Not at all.
Okay.
It's a kid's show.
3, 2, 1, go. Time's going. Okay. Don't get so close. Back up. Don't get so close. Okay. What's your favorite type of Goomba?
What's your favorite time of poop time?
Do I keep saying it? What's your favorite type of Goomba?
The last word is killing me. It's what's your favorite time of...
What's your favorite type of Goomba?
What's your favorite type
Okay.
of... poop?
The thing is, what's your favorite type of Goomba? What's your favorite type of Goomba?
I was so close.
You lost.
What was the last word?
Goomba.
Goomba, that's crazy. How's that ever gonna get Goomba? That's insane. All right, you'll go. So you have a... But I give you peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That was your word.
Well, maybe. Yeah.
Okay. You ready?
Okay, I'm ready. But you know what a Goomba is.
Yeah, but that would not be my... What's your favorite type of Goomba?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Do I start it?
The discomfort. All right.
Oh.
How long will you continue your nonsense?
Say it again.
How long will you continue your nonsense?
How long? Okay.
How long will you continue your nonsense?
How long would you consider your penis?
How long will you continue your nonsense?
How long would you consider? Is that what you consider? Say it again. Ah!
How long will you continue your nonsense?
Dude, I don't... This is too difficult.
It's hard. You still have a point. I don't have anything.
How long would you diddle your diddler?
Close.
Okay, what was that?
It was how long will you continue? That's a hard one. Your nonsense.
Why would you say that to me?
It's a genuine question.
All right.
How long are you going to keep going?
What nonsense? What's our nonsense? This nonsense?
This nonsense.
One more round, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm losing it.
Okay, you still have 1 point though.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do something easier.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I haven't even thought of anything yet.
I have to be able to see your lips. You started the
No,
time?
I'm thinking. Okay. Oh no, I just realized I can't say that.
Dude, it's so loud.
I just realized I can't say what I was about to say. Okay. Ready? Don't skip leg day.
Nothing.
Don't skip leg day. Don't skip leg day.
Don't? Is that the first word?
Don't skip leg day. Don't skip leg.
It's not helping at all.
Don't skip leg day.
Don't nipple?
Don't skip.
Nip.
Whoa.
Nip?
No. Don't
Don't.
skip
Skip?
leg.
Leg day!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, I'm sorry. Right on the in the
Yes.
nick of time.
Oh, dude, don't
You
nipple.
scared me.
Hey, what, because I went
Yeah.
nipple? Can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
I can imagine. My imagination runs wild when
Okay.
it comes to you.
1-1.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Last round.
Okay. Last round. 1-1. Let's make it. Wait, who started? We have to go back to you, right? Because didn't I go first?
Yeah, so it's going to come back to me
Okay.
again, yeah. I have a phrase. I have a phrase. Okay.
Let's see it.
I'm pregnant and you're the father.
I'm pregnant. You're the father.
No way. You got that straight away.
Easy.
Bro, this whole game was based off of those stupid videos where they're like, they put the headphones on them and they're like, okay, you're gonna be a grandma. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
it's
did you
like,
guess
they're
it?
like,
What? What does that mean?
and then they figure it out. And then I wanted to have a moment,
I'm
but he
divorcing
just
you.
freaked out.
I'm divorcing you and I'm taking the children. What? What did you say?
Suitcases are by the door.
Your Honor, technically I told her before I took the kids. Okay. Anyways,
I think you win that one. Two.
did we get? I got 2.
2-1.
So 2-1.
Yeah.
All right. You. I don't know. I could.
What was the problem with that? Could you hear me?
Each time I can hear like it's like a super muffled like.
Yeah.
And just sometimes when it feels like a more common phrase,
Yeah.
like it's easy to
I'm pregnant,
match.
you're
Like,
the father.
I can-
he
I can-
hears that a lot.
I hear that all the time, dude, all the time, and it's like I can kind of hear like the melody of it, like if sometimes it's like
Maybe I should have broken it up.
Yeah.
That's what you do well. You just say it in like a...
that. If it's something more common, it's easier to match like the lips to like that melody. That's like if it's a common phrase. Okay.
Last round.
Okay.
You got a phrase?
Okay. Ready? Oh. I like to play as the imposter.
Let's play.
I like to play as the imposter.
Let's play as a monster.
Oh wait, I'm not doing any skills. I
I
like
let
to play
I let you play
as the imposter.
as the monster.
I like to play as the imposter. You think that's too hard?
I let you play as the monster.
No.
I let you play as the mobster.
No. As the mobster. I like to play. I like to play as the imposter.
Imposter. I let you play as the imposter.
I like to play as the imposter.
I like to play.
Yes.
Ah.
I let you play as the
Okay,
imposter.
well, you win this game today.
GG.
That's enough of Milk and Cookies podcast. This has been the Halloween
That's enough.
edition.
Go do your homework, little children.
This has been the Halloween edition of the Milk and Cookies podcast. Not only because we're in costume, but because of the nudity.
They're gonna have to flag this video for guns, guns and violence.
Thank you for watching.
Pop them out. Guns. There's guns in this video, YouTube AI.
Show, baby.
You're seeing guns right now. Violence and gore. Okay. Goodbye. We love you.
We love you.
Mwah.